Very good morning, dear students. Dear students, today we are going to start our Geography Chapter 8 Human Environment Interaction, the tropical and the subtropical region. Now, here, children, we'll start the chapter with a story that is a girl Renuka. Renuka is very excited as her uncle Shrikant is coming after 4 months. Fine. Now, what is the profession of her uncle? He is a wildlife photographer and he has traveled a lot. Fine. And even Renuka has interest in wildlife because from the early age he has been reading books on wildlife which uncle has brought for her. And moreover, whenever she looks at the pictures, she looks at distant lands, different people, different way of living, and this all is fascinating her a lot. Fine. Now here in this picture you can see that people see people from different parts of the world. Some live in dry deserts and frozen land, here wet rainforests. Fine. Wherever they live, but they share the same basic need, which is the food, clothing, and shelter. Now, even the children like you, they also do the same things. They play games, they quarrel, and this and that. Same way they live. They live very close to the nature. They are very close to the nature, and they learn to care for the nature at an early age. Fine. They know different type of things, like they know how to catch fish, they know how to collect material from the forests. Fine. Now in this chapter, children, we are going to study about how people life of people in different natural regions of the world. So we will start with the life in Amazon basin. Now children, first of all, just look at figure 8.2. You'll be noticing that the tropical region is lying very close to the equator. Can you see? It is just between 10-degree north and 10-degree south because it is on equator. So this region is known as equatorial region. Now if you will see, river Amazon is flowing through this region, and it is flowing from the mountains which are in the west, and it is reaching Atlantic Ocean, which is to the east. And children, see, now where the place where the river flows to another body of water, that is known as mouth. Now the river Amazon is falling down in Atlantic Ocean, so that's the mouth of the river. Now numerous tributaries you can see of Amazon river, these all make the Amazon basin. Fine. The river basin drains the portion of Brazil. Now, what all portions are there? Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia, and even some parts of Venezuela are also there. Fine. Now, after that, children, we are going to talk about the climate. Now see, Amazon basin, it is, as we have already discussed, it is on the equator. So children, we have already discussed earlier also what type of climate will be there. The climate will be hot and wet climate, and children, it will be throughout the year. Fine. Both day and nights will be equally hot and humid. You will feel, your skin will feel sticky here. Fine. And it rains every day here, and even you don't get any warning for that. It can rain at any time. Fine. Day temperature is very high, humidity is very high. Even the night, in the night, temperature goes a bit down, but the humidity is the same. Fine. Then comes, children, the rainforests. Fine. Now just look at figure 8.3. Can you see Amazon forest? It rains very heavily in this region, children, so very thick forest grow here. You might have seen in the movies also, the forests are very thick here, and the trees, they make a canopy, Fine. What is a canopy? This also we have discussed earlier. The leaves and the branches, they get interlocked with each other, and that makes the canopy. And they are so dark, so dense, that even the sunlight cannot pass through them. The sunlight cannot reach the ground. Fine. Now, because of that, the ground is always dark and damp. Fine. Only shade tolerant vegetation is growing here. Orchids, bromeliads, these are the plant parasites. Fine. Now these rainforest children, they are very rich in fauna. Find birds like toucans, hummingbirds, birds of paradise with their brilliantly colored plumage, oversized bills for eating, make them different from birds we commonly see in India. Fine, so the birds here are totally different and they are really beautiful. These birds also make loud sounds in the forest. So in the movies also you might have seen the dense forest and how the birds are, chirping, making a different sound. Now the animals like monkey, sloth, ant-eating tapirs are found here. You can see 8.5 figure. Various species of reptiles. What sort of reptiles? And snakes, they are also living in these sort of jungles. Crocodile, snakes, pythons, they are also there. Anaconda, you might have seen the movies also. Anaconda and boa constrictors are also some of the species which are found here. Fine. Now this basin is also home to thousands of species of insects as well. Several species of fishes, including the flesh eating piranha. Piranha, you might have seen in the movie, this also, piranha movie. So, piranha fish is also found in the rivers here. And this basin, children, is really extraordinarily rich in the variety of life found here. Different sort of birds, animals, reptile, fish, they all you can found here. People of the rain forest. Fine. Now the people which are living who are living here, most of their food in they are growing their food in a small area. Same shifting cultivation we have discussed. So they are clearing some of the trees of the forest, and after the soil loses its fertility, they shift to the other place. Now men are doing hunting, fishing, and women, they take care of the crops. Now children, what sort of crops grow here? Tapioca, pineapple, and sweet potato. Fine. As hunting and fishing, it is they are uncertain. It is women who keep their families alive by feeding them with vegetables they grow. Fine. So they are growing the vegetables, and with that only they are feeding their families. Fine. They practice. Now what slash and burn agriculture is the same shifting agriculture. They are burning the trees, leaving the ash in the soil itself, mixing it in the soil, and then growing the crops, and then shifting to some other place. Fine. Their staple food is manioc, which is also known as cassava. Children, we have done it. All this we have done in class 5 as well in DRC. Fine. Then this cassava grows under the ground just like a potato. And they also eat queen ants and egg sacs as well. Cash crops like coffee, maize, cocoa, they are also grown here. Now these rainforests provide a lot of wood for the houses. Fine. They are, obviously rainforest, it is a forest, so obviously it will be providing you wood for the houses people making there. Some families even live in the thatched houses which are in the shape of beehives. And children, there are large apartment like houses also which are called maloka. with a steeply slanting roof. They have a slanting roof, and these apartment like houses are known as Meloka. Fine. Life of the people in the Amazon basin is obviously it's changing slowly and gradually. In the older days, the heart of the forest could be reached only by navigating the river. So because it was so dense, so in order to reach the forest, the people used to take the help of the river. In 1970, the Trans Amazon Highway made all the parts of rainforest accessible. Now, a highway was made in 1970, and it made all parts of the rainforest, accessible to everyone. Now, children, aircrafts, helicopters, they are also used for reaching different places. The population was pushed out from the area and forced to settle in new areas where they continue to practice their distinctive way of farming. So the people living in those forests, they were pushed from there and they were forced to settle at a different place, and they are continuing with that different sort of farming there as well. The developmental activities, they are obviously they will be leading to destruction of the biological diverse rainforest. Whatever development we are doing there, that is destructing the rainforest. Obviously, it is estimated that large area of the rainforest has been disappearing annually in the Amazon basin. So now as we have already started cutting the trees of these forests, so children, they have started disappearing now. You can just consult figure 8.6. It is showing you the destruction of forest, how it is done on a wide scale. The topsoil is washed away, and as the rain falls there, and the lush green forest, they are turning into a barren landscape. So children, just go through this. Thank you and have a nice day.